as well, and this is my count. 1, 2, 3.
Cool. I'm getting rid of your voice. You're not on mine anymore.
Thumbs.
I have those. They're right here.
Yeah.
One over here and one over here. They're thumbs.
All right, you ready to
Welcome to the queue.
I think it might be tradition that I just keep in the 1, 2, 3 thing.
Shit. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, and it's also in tradition that you say a swear word in the first 5 minutes, because that happened in the last episode too.
Did it really? I can't remember.
Same word too. Hey everyone, welcome to the queue. My name is Paris, and I'm also known as Binary Dragon on the interwebs.
I'm Nick, theGurns, Gurney.
Yeah. Stuff.
Things. But what are we talking about today?
Video games, apparently.
Alright, cool. What have you been playing?
I've been playing Final Fantasy 15.
How was that?
Do you want the full list first, or do you want me to go?
I don't know. I guess that's a new game, so just what else is that? All you've been playing?
No, it's not. I also played some Pokemon Moon. I played a lot of. I watched a lot of Skyrim again. I played a lot of Shadow Complex, and I finished it.
How many times?
Once so far. I'm going to get to the rest of it. And I also picked up a lot of Minecraft today. I spent a lot of time today working on the new blocks that came out recently as well.
It's stone. Yes,
indeed. Very fun. And I
cool.
solved a problem and then created a new one, which is fun. So there you go. And we'll delve into those games in a minute. What have you been playing?
I played a bunch of Pokemon and lost all that data.
Damn.
I sat on my 3DS I did a road trip down to California for a football game.
Cool. And
UW won the Pac-12 championship. I'm very happy.
Whoop whoop.
And I was playing it all the way down, and then I sat on my 3DS, getting back in the car after going to the bathroom, and my cart popped out, and I lost a whole lot of that game because I forgot to save.
Didn't you tell me it was like 10 hours?
So the drive was 12 hours. I probably closer to 8, but yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, I lost 3 hours because I put my hand in my pocket that had my 3DS in it, and my thumb hit the cart, and I tried to link my index finger around the back end of the 3DS so I could hold it in, open the 3DS and try and save, but then my thumb slipped and the cart popped out into my pocket. It was the worst.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
That was pretty bad. I lost about 3 hours of and a rare Pokemon that I still haven't caught, which is very irritating. Yes,
I've got an extra one if you want it.
What, an extra rare Pokemon, rare Pokemon that I can't.
Well, no, it was a Stuffle.
Oh no, I've got a Stuffle now.
Oh, I thought you said
I was having trouble.
I thought you had. Never mind then. Let's see.
I like Stuffle. Stuffle's cool.
What else have I been playing? I've been playing The Division a lot.
Yeah,
that game got good.
I don't believe you.
Oh, okay. It got good. We can talk later.
Yeah.
I've been playing FIFA, a little bit of Destiny, my 2 go-tos, and I think that's it. I've been working, and I've been on a road trip.
And we had a conversation about Minecraft, which I kind of want to get into at some point.
Okay. I like Minecraft.
Yeah, me too. So let's start with Final Fantasy 15 since that's the kind of hot ticket at the moment.
Tell me about your road trip.
It's fun.
With your bros.
Yeah. The mechanics are fun. It's very free flowing. It's quite limiting on the magic side, which is quite disappointing. As somebody who was drawn into Final Fantasy by all the magic systems in Final Fantasy 7 specifically, I found that a little upsetting. That there's just these 3 different kinds of magic. You've got lightning, fire, and ice, and that's
okay.
It.
So there is magic.
Yeah, but not much.
Okay.
It always has area of effect, so you have to be careful, which means you hardly use it.
Oh, can you hit your own guys, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Fun.
Yes. If you die, game's over. You don't really control the other guys. The other 3 guys kind of just do stuff. One of the guys will pause during a battle and take a photograph pronto.
I've heard about this.
Yes. Some of those photographs are hilarious.
And then when you park for the night or whatever, he's like, look at all these photos I took. Want to put them on the internet?
Yeah, I gave him an amulet so he can take an extra 2, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And wait, do you get anything for these photos, or are they just like keepsakes?
Every time he takes a photograph, he levels up in photography, and as he levels up, he'll gain like filters and skills. So I know
are the skills useful in combat?
No.
Or is it like
it's a different tree?
Or is it
it's
like now
tree.
I have a drone to take photos of me?
I don't know about drone, but he got selfie mode recently, so
gee.
I don't know about that.
So now all his photos are just like...
But all of the characters have their own skill. So your main character has fishing, which you have to upgrade yourself. One of the other guys has like survival. So whenever he makes a camp, he just levels up.
These two things sound useful for an adventure. Camera skills.
No.
Okay.
Sort of. Every now and again he goes, hey, can we stop? And like you pull over and he goes, hey, can we take a picture underneath that rock? And you go over there and you get attacked by a bunch of guys, and then when they're dead, you take a photograph, which is fun. And the last guy has cooking skill, which is really useful because...
I've heard the food is dope.
The food is gorgeous. It looks absolutely beautiful, and your food gives you bonuses for most of your next day, and you can choose to, like, you can go to a restaurant and get extra bonuses from a different chef, and the chef in your team will learn that recipe sometimes and go, I could learn that. And then if you go out and like kill a bunch of beasts for the meat, you can use that at night to all share a meal. Those bonuses are kind of crazy. One of the ones I already have is like plus 200 health for the whole day.
So this is Monster Hunter.
Yeah, a little bit. There's a little bit of Monster Hunter in there, definitely. A lot of the ways you make money is by selling parts of monsters and doing quests.
Can you take those parts of the monster and make a new sword or armor?
Sometimes you can use parts you find to upgrade weapons, but that's about it so far. I'm only about 6 hours in. I was 9 hours in, but then I lost some...
I've heard you can beat it in like 15, so...
Well, yeah, but I've been really slow. I spent a lot of time doing side quests and trying to make sure that I leveled up, which is what I wanted to get to. Leveling up is weird. Really, really weird.
It's a JRPG, so it's meant to be weird, but explain.
No. Okay, so normally at a JRPG, you know, at the end of a battle, there's that classic, like, Final Fantasy VII music, which one of the characters hums at the end of a battle every now and again. You know, and it's pretty funny, actually.
I've heard you can go to gas stations and get cassette tapes with other Final Fantasy music on them.
Yes, you can.
That's
he actually,
pretty cool.
Like, hums it, which is pretty cool. But the weird thing is you can, at the end of a normal battle, in all the other Final Fantasies that I've ever played, you gain experience, you pick up items, and it's like dun, 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 you hit a bunch of buttons, and then you carry on in the world. But since the fights happen in the world, like monsters will drop from the sky, from these like ship things, or like a bunch of like creatures will come out the woodwork, and then they'll come at you and stuff. It's kind of exciting, but you don't get that experience straight away. You actually have to sleep on it.
Oh, weird. So like end your day / adventure to be able to get...
Yeah, so you bank the XP all day, and then if you die during that day, it's all gone. But if you go to, which means you just have to go back to your old save, whatever. But if you go and camp somewhere or sleep somewhere, you learn all that XP.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh. And I have to pause right there because I have to go and grab the delivery right outside. So give me 1 second. I'll cut this out.
I really hope he doesn't cut this out now.
Hello. Yep. I'll be right out. Bye. Technical difficulties.
I'm gonna play some Pokemon while I wait.
Alright. Oh. Hold on.
Sorry, I had a technical difficulty. My little mic was pointing the wrong direction. I just want to make it look a little nice.
Okay, so... Yeah, so the leveling up system in Final Fantasy... So, sorry about that. So, yes, after the leveling up system in Final Fantasy, before I was interrupted by deliveries and this, the system is weird. Yeah, you have to go and sleep it on. You have to sleep the XP into yourself so that you can absorb it and level up, which is weird.
That's a weird way to phrase that.
It was a weird way to phrase that. I think I already explained it anyway, but the system is something to think about, because you could go out fight for ages and be like, oh, I'm not getting any stronger. Oh yeah, pants. I've got to go And what's weird is there are separate XP currencies. There's regular XP, which rages like your magic power and your points, your MP points, and your health, and then AP points, which you use to upgrade using a sphere grid, which I can only assume is inspired by Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
It's alright, actually.
I hope there's underwater soccer in that game.
Okay, look. Call me weird. I liked it.
Blitzball?
Yeah.
Just as did I. Hence me saying I hope there's underwater soccer.
Okay,
in this game.
I thought that you were referring to, because we both listen to other podcasts as well, and one of the podcasts that you and I both listen to, there's a guy on there who isn't a great fan.
Yeah.
Blitzball. I'll leave the podcast out for now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the other thing I really like about it is it's really, really, really pretty.
Even on the Xbox One?
Even on the Xbox One. Yes, I'm also playing on Xbox One. That's the other thing. And I'm talking of playing on the Xbox One. I experienced a very weird bug to do with the actual system itself. About the first time it happened, I just saved like 3 minutes ago, and then I got a system message pop up about, I wasn't saved. It had already saved. It was already gone. A system message pops up and says, "Hey, your save is corrupted. I'm sorry. Going to have to delete it and re-download the one from the cloud." That quits the game, which is annoying. So I lost 3 minutes of progress, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that was weird. Well, hopefully that won't happen again." And I noticed that the whole system was a bit hokey.
Wonky.
Yeah, it was a bit wonky. Like the connection to the server wasn't quite right. Like it wasn't quite grabbing. Like my profile picture took a little bit longer to appear.
Weird.
Even though it's one of the standard ones, I use the little green coffee thing. And then it happened again, but I lost 3 hours of progress and then rage quit and haven't gone back yet. Because it was a hard mission, and that was only a few days ago. I watched a lot of Minecraft videos the other day because I wanted... I'm segueing, I suppose. I wanted to get to know the new blocks. But to finish off my Final Fantasy thing, I should finish that, is that it's fun.
A really bad segue then, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It's fun. I think that it's very accessible. The fact that the magic system is not that powerful is a bummer, especially for someone like me. But then again, they're going to release Final Fantasy VII in 3 parts, which I'm kind of okay with, as long as they put the work into it and as long as they don't mess up the magic system. Because if they mess that up, it won't work. The whole game revolves around it. And if they mess it up, I'm done. I'm serious.
Bye.
I'm done. I'm not. No.
Bye. They're gonna mess it up. They're gonna mess something up in that game. That's for damn sure.
Damn it.
You know it's true.
I love that game so much. Anywho, yeah, and then played a lot of Pokemon. I caught over 100 now, so I've got about 112.
Cool.
I'm catching up using the Pokepelio.
How did I lose 8 or so hours of progress and still have more Pokemon caught than you?
Because you spend a lot of time on every island, whereas I decided to do that after I'd beaten the game.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm not doing the post-game story yet. I'm doing catching Pokemon.
Gotcha.
And
okay.
then I'm going to pop into that as it arises. I accidentally came across the... There's a point in the game which... I mean, hopefully this isn't too much of a spoiler. I do apologize. But there's a point in the game where they go, "Oh yeah, Mega Evolution is a thing in this universe. And you can do it using your Z-Ring. You don't need any of the stuff." So, but that unlocks as just part of the post-game. Yeah, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. It's very kind of... I kind of play it... I play it on and off now. Like, get my Pokemon fix every day. It's really nice. Cool. I like that. You can do some daily stuff pretty easily and very quickly. I've got I think about 15 festival tickets because I spent a few days not just over the time we've had it. Not using them all, just in case I had like a big session.
Oops.
What?
I just realized that I'm recording my cursor.
Oh no! So your cursor's like flipping around the screen and stuff.
Yes, from when I was trying to mark things off on a list.
That's funny. That's all right. What else did I mention that I was playing?
Minecraft.
Oh, Shadow Complex.
Oh, and Shadow
updates to Minecraft.
Complex.
Yeah, Shadow Complex Remastered. I talked about this last week briefly. I was really good at Shadow Complex at one point, and it turns out that a lot of that memory hasn't disappeared. I finished it in 3 streaming sessions. It took me about and I bumbled through it. I didn't look anything up, but I did get 100% of the items before I finished the game. Nice. My first run through. I didn't look anything up again, which was very satisfying.
Nice.
I didn't have to. It's kind of disappointing, I'm going to be honest. Once you get to level 20, the whole map's revealed forever. Yeah. I forgot about that. But, I mean, I earned it, so whatever. And I got the gold room, which means I finished the game wearing completely gold armor, holding a golden gun.
Cool.
Yes, it was.
Sounds fancy.
And then I'm going to run through again. That gold room is unlocked permanently. So whenever I start a new game, I just walk in there and collect a better gun than the one that gets you at the beginning. That you get at the beginning, rather. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's one of the ways you can speedrun it. You can get 100% of the items in a little over an hour. There's a speedrun of it on YouTube.
Cool.
But I'm going to try and get it below that. The world record, I believe, is around about 6 minutes.
What?
Finish the whole game. Yep.
That's very quick.
Yes, it is.
Is that using some sort of weird glitch, or is that just...
Well, the funny thing about Shadow Complex is they actually baked the glitch in like it was a conscious thought.
Okay. So,
if you've played Shadow Complex at all, there's a weapon that's a foam launcher. And you launch like just bits of foam, like boom, 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 boom. And you can use that to get like the double jump early. You can use it to skip whole areas and just get straight to the end. And that's how you finish the game super quick. The only bummer about getting the game done super quick is you don't have much health. And the last boss he's quite destructive.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's quite destructive. If they ever made another one of those, I'd play it. It's not going to happen, which is a real shame.
Why do you say that?
Because there was they had a sequel come out. They had a sequel in development, and then Chair released that iPhone game. What was it? The sword fighting thing?
It's the Infinite Blade?
Yeah, Infinity Blade. That's the name of it.
Yeah, Infinity Blade.
Yeah. They released that, and then that made a buttload of money, and it just doesn't make fiscal sense to make it. So it has to be a passion project.
I forget.
And then there was something to do with the writer, because the writer's actually written books in this world, and they adapted those books to the game, and then it turned out the writers... I don't know. There was some kind of PR nightmare with the writer.
We'll go with evil.
All right, that'll do.
So I forgot what podcast it was on, but they did an interview with one of the head guys from that developer, and apparently 2 is done and more or less playable.
Which is so sad.
Yeah, there's like it's just like stick figures and whatnot running around, but it's done. I'm like, ugh. Put it out.
Have you played the new one, the remastered one?
I have not. I don't have money for video games.
Oh no, fair enough. It was on sale for Black Friday for about $8, which is why I got it. Yeah, it was a good choice on that. And that's pretty much the only Black Friday thing I got actually. Yeah, and that's my ongoing Shadow Complex personal goal is to just get all the achievements. And it turns out a lot of people aren't willing to try and get 100% of the items because holy moly, that's a rare achievement.
Gotcha.
And last night I watched Purple Mojo play Skyrim for a few hours, and she
rare achievements. Is that a percentage of the people that own the game?
Yes.
Okay.
So whenever a game goes on sale, there is a chance that an achievement you have could become rare.
Gotcha. Okay.
And kind of flip-flop. Yeah. But it's all based off the percentage. So anything under 10% is a rare achievement.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. And they're very satisfying. It makes you you're like, oh, I did that. That's cool. Like instantly. You don't have to go and look it up. And I think
because it's got the little metal thing, right?
Yeah, it's a diamond pops up and it spins, and the sound is great as well. And it's
I have notifications turned off, so I don't get any of that.
Which is a shame because it is. I think you should turn on just achievements. I think you can do that now.
Okay, because back when I turned it off, it was on or off, and that was it.
I have only favorites and achievements.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So whenever I'm streaming and you come online, it goes, "Hey, he's online," which is kind of funny.
How's your Minecraft adventures going?
Well, you and I talked briefly about because you have a Minecraft server,
I do.
And it was a fun adventure for a good 3 months. And then we beat the Ender Dragon. Everyone got Elytra wings. We created one of the biggest slime farms I've ever seen, and then we stopped. But that's Minecraft.
Yeah, I've hop on every now and then. I hopped on actually today, and there's people have been hopping on and doing stuff.
Really? Oh, that's
there are new paths and things that have been built. I hopped into creative mode and just sort of flew around and looked at stuff. Yeah, people are doing things.
Oh, that's cool. Well, yeah. I'm reticent to say that we may reset the server, which is sad. We might not have to.
If we do decide to, though, it's going to be a situation of reset the server, but I'm going to download all the files, so if somebody wants that world, they can have that world. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And who knows? If we get enough together, we can have a legacy server, too, if there's enough want.
Yeah, but that's... Yeah.
Yeah, it's a possibility. It's not impossible.
No, not at all. Especially if we pre-save all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. One of the... they came out with a new update maybe a month or so ago, that has a bunch of new blocks in it, and they all are kind of nuts. If you don't know this, I'm very much into redstone. You know this, but somebody watching this might not know this. I like to challenge myself with very complicated ideas and builds, and sometimes I fall flat on my face, I get really frustrated and rage quit. But that's video games, I suppose.
Yeah. And it's supposed to happen.
There are a few new blocks that are really interesting. One of them is the observer block, which is a bud in a block. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's a block update detector, and it detects whenever a block updates.
Changes, it's placed, what have you.
So any kind of, so if there's a block placed in the detection area, then it puts out a redstone signal as a 1-tick pulse. During the snapshots, they did a bunch of other things too, but those things got taken away because they just were a little bit too mad.
I think keeping it simpler will make it better in the long run, because it lets you be more flexible with what you use it.
But the interesting thing about block update detectors, or observer blocks as they'll probably now be known, is they didn't take away the ability to make one out of blocks. So we still have the old method, so nothing old actually breaks. It's just that you can use these blocks in some cases, not all, to make your contraptions much, much smaller. I made a door that requires an input to open and an input to close, which is obviously very useful if you don't want to, trap yourself in a solid door. That's a good way to kill yourself.
But what if you do?
I can design a door like that. And then there's another block, which is sort of a block that I've been quite excited about, which is the shulker box. Now, the shulker box is essentially, if you've played Dungeons and Dragons, it's a bag of holding. So it's a chest that when you break it, it doesn't drop items. Normally when you break a chest in Minecraft, it just vomits its items everywhere.
Everywhere.
Literally everywhere. And shulker boxes, if you break them, they hold on to their items, and you can carry the box around. You can't open it when it's in your inventory. You have to place it down. But it can be placed on walls, ceilings, and the ground, and will open in all of those positions as long as there is a free block above its lid.
Can it be placed underwater?
I believe so.
Okay.
So can chests, so I wouldn't see why they couldn't.
Can it be placed under lava and then opened up through the lava?
I believe so.
That could be cool.
The other thing about shulker boxes is if an entity is sitting on them, they will be raised by half a block when you open it.
Huh, okay.
Which is interesting. It doesn't really have any practicality unless you're playing some kind of 2-player puzzle thing, but it's still
which could be cool.
Yeah, it could be very cool. The thing about shulker boxes, though, is that they have a few properties that make them very interesting for redstone. One, they are basically a chest that moves and can hold on to its items. Two, shulker boxes have, when you push them with a piston, they drop as an entity, which means if there's a hopper underneath them, it'll take it. If there's a hopper underneath the shulker box, it will eat all of the items just like a normal chest. And there's a bunch of other great things that it does. And I've been working on a system of storing shulker boxes behind walls so that you can just access one at a time and take them away for projects and things like that.
That's cool.
It's going all right. I've come across a few snafus, and if it comes together in a really nice way, I'll make a video, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah.
Play anything else?
No, I played, but to be really honest with you, I played a lot of Minecraft today. Like, it took me a long time to get my head around these things.
I hopped online at about 8 or so this morning. We started talking. You said you were working on this stuff. And then you messaged me at like 5 saying, I finished it!
Yeah, after 3 versions. Well, 2.5. I didn't demolish the second version. I refitted it to fix it.
Cool.
Yeah. I won't go too in depth to like dirty redstone stuff, and that'll be in the video.
I don't want any dirty redstone stuff on this podcast.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I've been playing. It's weird to say I played Pokemon when all of my saves got lost, but I've been playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
That was fun. Very upsetting. Which is like I'm just like I've got it here. I tried to play it when you went away for a bit. I was like, I've done this. I don't want to do it again. I'll get caught back up at some point soon.
Yeah. I mean, having to replay stuff you've already done is a nightmare. Well, it's not a nightmare. It's just it's never fun.
And so the worst part is probably the first 2 hours was grinding levels.
Ugh.
That I lost. So I lost like a whole bunch of level work that got me up to where I needed to be, just like story.
Yeah.
So now I have to go do that again, which really sucks.
I mean, you could mix that with doing some shiny hunting if you wanted to.
I don't like to shiny hunt early. That makes sense. I like to be able to see the thing. Stat thing. IVs.
Right.
Which you need to beat the game to talk to the dude to tell you that stuff.
I haven't found that dude yet. He's somewhere stupid.
You could always probably Google it.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google it. I think that the about when you're looking at a Pokemon entry in your summary, there's a spider graph that shows you the IVs. Actually, I think.
Okay. I don't think that shows you what the max is though.
No, but it shows you how high their IVs are. Like, if you get it to 100%, it'll literally just show you them now.
Oh, okay. All right, maybe I just need to mess with that more. Yeah. I usually wait to beat the game to do and stuff like that. And I've been playing FIFA, like I always do, play a few games every week. Destiny, doing a little bit of PvP and stuff. Nothing too crazy there. Went to the Lighthouse with Fire the Puffin. He's a cool streamer. You should check him out.
Neat. He just did 1,000 followers.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I was on pace with him, and then I stopped streaming because of life and work and craziness.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he just fucking knows the grandstone. It was great. And then The Division. This game's good. Yeah. I like it. It was bad at first, and now it's fun.
Yeah, I played the beta, and just it put such a bad taste in my mouth because I was like, oh, lining up. That's fun.
What?
You don't remember this? When the game first came out, there were images that were posted online of people digitally lining up for the benches you needed to get to do quests and stuff. Literally like actual queues of digital people.
I think I remember this, and I'm pretty sure it was one specific thing right at the beginning of the game. You had to like sign your name or something stupid at the very beginning in the first area, and it was bugged on one of the consoles. I don't think it was all of them, because I got through fine on the Xbox, but people were having issues with that. Yeah, totally.
And you only one person could do it at a time, so people just lined up,
which is funny. It's really funny. But yeah, so I dropped off right before the first incursion, which is like the raids.
Right.
And then I just now got back into it with the new expansion that added in the survival mode.
Oh, right.
Now, granted, when I first bought the game, I got the expansion pass or whatever the heck it was called, so I had all the DLC already. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hop back in and I'm going to give it a night, see how it goes. I've now played it every single night since that expansion came out, except for when I went out of town.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's challenging. It's a good way to get yourself geared up so you can do the end stuff, especially the end PvP stuff, without immediately being murdered by everyone else that's been playing forever.
Right.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it a lot.
So I've heard a lot of people say that it just feels like Destiny a little. In terms of how the game gives you quests and how the game gives you loot.
I could see that.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense why you'd like it.
I mean, it's why I like Diablo, and no fact checking on the podcast. Do you know when the new big Diablo update on Xbox comes out?
I know that Stardew Valley comes out on Xbox One on the 14th of December.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. Crap! There goes all my freaking. Okay. Cool.
And it's probably coming out for the Switch as well. and I'll probably buy it for that as well.
I mean, like Rocket League, that's a game that I want to support the developers because it's a game that I really appreciate. I own Rocket League on PS4, PC, and Xbox, and I own DLC on all of them also.
Wow.
Maybe I don't own all the stuff because a lot of it's cosmetic, but actually I think all of it is cosmetic. But I've bought a few things here and there on each of them, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which also, like, I have a group of friends that play on each console, so it helps to have things everywhere.
Rocket League is an excellent choice if you haven't played it.
Yes.
It's not what you think it is. I actually would say it's the best football game I've ever played.
Yeah, very much so.
Sorry, soccer for, I don't know. Look, I'm British. Eat it.
I couldn't tell. So World of Gaming had a lot of things going on this week.
Yeah, stuff happened.
Did you pay attention to any of it at all?
Some of it. I watched the Death Stranding trailer and was like...
The 5-minute trailer for a game that's going to probably come out in 2019?
I don't know if it'll take that long.
What? It was 4 months ago he was saying, oh, we're just now deciding what engine we want to use.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is I think that I have a feeling there's already so much that's been rendered, and there's already so much, like that trailer, for example. There's already so much work that's been done to make the image come to life.
I wonder how much of that was actually game assets, though.
I think I would hope, rather, that they used game assets at a higher res to create the trailer. Hopefully.
Agreed.
I don't know if that's the case. I am going to be cautiously optimistic and say 2018.
Okay.
Because I think a year and 6 months is a fair amount of time.
It also depends on how big is this game. But if it's a Kojima game, it's going to be big.
Yeah,
right?
But then again, if most of the game is storytelling and then you play in between those large cutscenes, then the development time for the actual game itself isn't that long, and it just becomes a game
either
of set
way,
pieces.
This game should go dark.
Yes, absolutely. Let's not have another No Man's Sky.
Stop
talking about it. Which you didn't go back to.
Yes, and I've gone back to it a few times now.
Oh, have you?
I did play this week some, yes.
Yeah. Did you work out some of the building stuff? You were confused.
I've taken my time with it now.
Cool.
So yeah, it's coming together. I'll probably mess about with that more. I'm actually not as far away from a freighter as I thought I was, so
I would watch that happen.
Okay. I might stream that then. We'll see what's up with that. So that was
cat noise.
The Game Awards.
Yes.
Anything else from that?
I watched the trailer for The Last Guardian and was like, come on, you've got to be kidding me. What else came out?
Is that out today?
Last Guardian?
Yeah, that's like out right now, isn't it? Or is it tomorrow?
Well, I mean, if it's after 9, then yeah, it's out.
Yeah, it's after 9, yeah. I think that is out right now.
Oh, right.
People are actually playing The Last Guardian. It's getting decent reviews. It's getting like 7, 8, a couple 9s.
I think a lot of people are going to be like, this is it? Like, I really do.
We'll see. That along with Final Fantasy 15 are on my, hey, Mom, Dad, here's my Christmas list. They're towards the bottom of it if you want to get me something. They're on there, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll see. There was that new Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild trailer.
Oh, yeah, I did watch that.
Where it looks like we might be playing as Zelda, or possibly.
Maybe.
Because there was definitely a female that could have very much been Zelda in adventuring gear, and the way it was shot made it look like it was a playable character, but it's all speculation at this point.
Absolutely.
Let's see. More Walking Dead.
I'm excited for that, but I mean, I'm now going to hold back my excitement because I have no idea if it's actually going to come out on launch. I'm not buying it for the Wii U. No way.
Oh, I don't own a Wii U, so I'm obviously getting it on the Switch. I actually kind of hope it's a summer game.
Yeah.
Because if Mario comes out at launch, I don't want Mario and Zelda to be there at the same time.
Fair enough. I'm glad that my amiibo get to still have life. And I'm hoping for a Smash Brothers title the summer of
launch?
This summer. Yeah.
So my hope is launch Mario, summer Zelda Smash, fall Pokemon.
I'd like Pokemon earlier, but I won't be too upset if it takes a while.
I think I'll still be playing this Pokemon at that point because
Why do you think that, Nick?
Because
Why do you think that?
I bet they're rolling more stuff out for this game come January.
Yep. Absolutely. Oh, don't forget that if you are a Pokemon fan and you're watching this, that you can download you should scan the QR code on the, what website is it?
The Pokemon website.
The Pokemon website for the new Legendary. Yeah.
Yep. The Steel Fairy Tap, I think.
Ooh,
could be useful.
Hey, stop it.
But it's not usable in the current tournament that's happening.
Oh.
Which is a bit interesting.
Interesting. Oh, and Pokemon Bank won't start till January, so we've still got that to unleash. And I think they're holding that back because of the fact that there isn't actually a national dex in the current version of Pokemon Moon and Sun.
Despite that you can get Pokemon that aren't on the current dex, which is weird.
Yeah. And when you finally get to the end game, we can talk about what people talk about.
We'll probably do an extra spoilery podcast, or just have another Pokemon one, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see, there's the Walking Dead episode, or season 3, whatever the heck it's called. Okay. Not a fan of those. What about Guardians of the Galaxy?
All right.
Okay, well, I'm going down a list that I wrote down. What about Prey? Prey looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, but my problem is that Prey 2 looked really cool when they put those trailers out years ago.
And I'm like,
and it's not that. I mean, what is wrong with people? There was this really cool, I don't know if you haven't seen the original Prey 2 trailer, like the old one that got cancelled. Go and check it out. Pause this, come back, and go and check it out. Because it is amazing. You were like this, you'd been transported across the galaxy. You were human from like modern day, like today. Or rather 2 years ago, and you'd been transported to the other side of the galaxy, and in order to survive, you'd become a bounty hunter.
You remember this a lot better than I do.
I watched that trailer over and over again, and there was an interview with someone, and you got like really weird powers. It was all in first person. There was this like digital city that kind of felt like what you thought the Citadel was behind the walls, like in the depths. On Mass Effect, I mean. And also, there was a Mass Effect trailer at the Game Awards as well, which made me wee myself.
We're getting there. On my list.
Right. But yeah, Prey 2 was great. Prey 1 looks fun, but it's not Prey 2. And if it, I don't
know. Are you into Halo Wars 2 at all?
I watched the trailer.
It looked the very long trailer for this RTS.
The story was really interesting.
Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah,
like if the one thing that's really good about Halo I've always appreciated is the story. The story's been very good.
I think that'll be a game where I'll watch somebody stream it.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
And then before we get to Mass Effect, Bulletstorm remaster. Do you need that? Do you want that?
That'll do. I love that game.
You want that?
Bulletstorm was amazing.
Are you gonna play it? Are you gonna play it as Duke Nukem?
No, you can do that. That's so.
You can play the entire game as Duke Nukem.
Why would
like they got what's his butt in there to do the voice acting for it. Like
that character needs to be put to rest.
It's never gonna happen.
He's too much.
Okay, what if Bulletstorm
90s?
What if Bulletstorm 2 was the return of Duke Nukem?
Oh Jesus.
Okay.
I really enjoyed Bulletstorm. I really enjoyed Bulletstorm. It was fun. Because it's just fun. It's not meant to be anything special. It's just like, oh, we're going to blow things up. We sound like Gears of War, but now there are points. Like, it's fun. Like, why not?
Okay, yeah. I don't know. I didn't like it a whole lot. I guess I should go back and try it sometime.
The thing I liked about Bulletstorm, and I'll finish with this, is that it was like Gears of War, but with a much more quirky sensibility. And that kind of dumb humor I really appreciated.
Yeah, okay. I get that. All right, Mass Effect, start talking. Go.
I'm excited.
I'm worried.
Why are you worried?
Because they keep saying spring 2016, and that's not that far away, and we don't have a date yet. I don't see that not getting delayed.
Okay, so you don't have a birthday in March. I do. I have been acutely aware of, like, most Nintendo consoles have come out near my birthday.
Okay.
A lot of video games come out near my birthday. Like not like a lot at once, but like every year there's a significant title that comes out near my birthday, around about March 13th.
I bet the majority of those were supposed to come out in the fall right before that.
1 year, yes. My birthday isn't March 13th, by the way. It's March 12th. But March 13th usually is a day when stuff comes out, so I think it's probably going to be around then.
You're hoping that it's around there. I still find it very odd that
around about the time the Switch is going to come out as well.
They keep saying spring 2016, and they are not confirming a date, and it's very weird to me.
Well,
and also the polish in that video did not look good.
There was some weird cuts with the conversation
and like the talking didn't look synced and it looked off, and that is not BioWare quality.
The way I watched that trailer, I kind of watched it like, you cut out the UI. That's why that trailer's why that conversation is so weird, is you never see the UI of the character like choosing stuff.
You do, I think, once.
But I think they cut it out so that the video would be a certain length, and it just makes that conversation really jolted. The main character walks into this room and is like, I need something from you, and their guard comes up to them with a gun and puts it in her face, and then she pulls the gun off the guys and puts it at him, and then
I mean, there's parts of that video that the talking isn't synced with their lips.
Yes.
Which I'm just like, that's not what they do.
But you can't guarantee that that's not the Game Awards restream problem. I tried to watch the whole Game Awards.
I've watched the re-release of just that trailer, and it's just as bad.
Well, the last time I tried to watch the Game Awards, just the whole video, there was no sound. So.
Oh, okay, that's bad.
So sometimes YouTube is the problem. I'm gonna be honest, because there is sound on the video.
Yeah, true, and it could be audio issues on my end because I watched it on the same setup.
The other problem is that also they're probably capturing this stuff at 4K, and if that has been encoded in certain way, like YouTube isn't used to 4K yet, so that could have caused some sync issues. I've got to resync this video, for example. So
probably yeah. So that's I think that's most of the Game Awards.
I'm excited that Mass Effect is going to come to a modern console, and that they're basically going like, oh yeah, all that stuff has happened, but you're nowhere near it, so it doesn't matter.
Thing that's weird to me, when they were walking around that town, all of the NPCs walking around were aliens we already have seen before.
Yes, I know. They've been quite clear that they're trying not to reveal those just yet.
But it's like, if you're at this colonized city in another galaxy, shouldn't there be, like, none of the same aliens?
Some of the worlds that you'll be visiting are colonies from other Ark ships, so they don't have that many other aliens.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
There are 4 Ark ships, so there are lots of different settlements made by those Ark ships.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how that's explained.
What about PSX? Look at that at all?
No. Not
PlayStation experience?
Nope.
Uncharted DLC? Cool. Awesome. It's story stuff. I like it.
Great. Why not?
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, not 4 for whatever reason.
Oh.
Looks cool. Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Knack 2.
I mean, oh, cool.
In my notes, I wrote Knack 2. What the Knack?
Oh, nice.
It's
That's funny.
Last of Us Part 2. Cool.
Yeah, everyone on 9gag is going insane about that right now.
Parappa the Rapper remaster.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I'll play that. And you're about to say Crash, aren't you?
I'm about to say Crash, which is the one I'm concerned about.
Why?
So, Parappa the Rapper, remastering that or doing the remasters of like adventure games like they've done before. You're not the mechanics of a rhythm game and the mechanics of an adventure game haven't changed a whole lot.
No.
In 20 years.
Yes.
But Crash, the mechanics of that style of game are drastically different than it was literally 20 years ago.
Oh, I know.
I'm like the video they showed of it looks great, but I think it's gonna feel weird. I don't know. I'm nervous.
If they just make a Crash game, they'll make a buttload of money. It's been so long since the last one was playable on a modern console.
True.
Like, you can't play Crash Bandicoot on a PlayStation 4. But if they released a game that just felt enough like Crash that you're like, yeah, all right.
Was there a Crash that was playable on PS3?
Yeah, through the PlayStation 2 like replay version thing. Okay. But only if you had a copy of it. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Crash 1 came out in 96.
And it's a good game. It's a really good game.
I have not played it since probably about 98, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of nostalgia there, which makes me nervous.
Absolutely. And nostalgia can be a problem. I mean, that's why I'm mildly worried about the nostalgia for Mass Effect, but hopefully they just concentrate on the success of the second one. A lot of the press has been about how they're using a lot of the success and popularity of the features in the second game and featuring them over the entire trilogy that they're hopefully releasing.
It definitely looks a lot more action-y than 1 was, that's for sure.
Yeah. Which I'm okay with. The action's fine.
It looks more actiony than 2 was.
It looks less actiony than Final Fantasy 15, and everyone's raving about that.
True.
There are more spells in Mass Effect coming out in the spring than there are in Final Fantasy 15. What is going on?
There's not spells. It's science.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, there are more, like, spells, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change
I'm excited. I'm still nervous about it making spring.
I'm wondering what they're going to do with multiplayer in that game.
They said it's going to be like 3, but faster paced.
Okay.
Like, I believe they talked about that in either... I think it was at the Game Awards, I believe.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they're going to, like, pull an amazing thing out their butt and go, hey, there's also co-op. That would be cool.
It'd be interesting.
Because they've got procedurally generated stuff in that game, so maybe there's some co-op stuff you can do.
I wonder how that would work. I mean, it would be really cool if your
just dungeon runs or something.
I don't know. If I was thinking if you could play through the whole story co-op, and I'm in charge. I'm in charge of one ARC ship. You're in charge of the other ARC ship.
That'd be nice.
Which would never happen, but that'd be cool.
Yeah, would be.
Yeah, I don't know.
And of course, so Stardew Valley's coming out in December. We're encroaching on Christmas. Good video game gifts if you haven't got them. 2DS, very cheap, lots of fun, very durable, and I imagine will retain its value to some extent enough. And it's under $100. It'll last you till the Switch comes out.
There's a game we didn't talk about that is a horrible game, but it should be talked about because nobody should buy it. Mario Maker 3DS. Don't buy that.
Oh, don't buy Mario Maker 3DS. I have Mario Maker on the Wii U. It's brilliant. Oh my goodness, that game is great.
Although there's a whole bunch of hackers that are putting in a mode into the 3DS version of Mario Maker that makes it so you can actually pull specific levels down, which is hilarious because that's what it should have.
That's what it should have. I mean, if anything, I think if they were going to take a feature out of Mario Maker, they should have taken the Maker out of it for the 3DS.
Yeah, and this should have been the Mario Player or whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
and just have it like a $10 download. Like, it would have been immense.
It could be a $20 download of that, as long as it has full access to searching for levels and playing.
I can understand why it doesn't have the amiibo stuff. Like, that's okay.
Well, because it's playable on a device that doesn't support amiibos.
Well, mine supports amiibos. I don't know about yours.
Well, no, mine does, but it doesn't require the new It doesn't require the new 3DS though.
And there's no 3D in it.
Almost like the Pokemon game, but it has
almost
a little bit,
a little smidger of 3D. Yeah, those are all the things.
Yeah,
this week.
And any other games you recommend for
Christmas?
For Christmas.
I know what's on my Christmas list.
What's on your Christmas list?
My Christmas list in terms of video games, one of them is Civ 6. I'd like to get my teeth into that.
I love that.
I want to get Stardew Valley for the Xbox, but I'll probably buy it for myself. And those are it, I think. The top of my list, I think, is Civ 6 for just video games.
Yeah, that's probably top of my list too.
That'd be a lot of fun. And there's a Stellaris expansion, which I never got around to buying.
Stellaris is so good.
I know.
So good. I'm gonna say the recommended games that I always say, which is Kerbal Space Program. Everybody go buy that game. It's a little wonky with the controller, but you can get used to it. For on consoles.
Oh, I would actually say that if you can buy it for a PC or a Mac, buy it for a PC or a Mac.
Yes, but if you
have a computer that will run it on the computer.
It doesn't take much to run it either.
No, it doesn't. Just like Minecraft.
Well, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got a cat that wants attention, so I got to deal with that. Meow, indeed. So we should say our goodbyes. I'm Binary Dragon on Twitter. I am Binary_Dragon on the Twitch, and I'm Binary Dragon on YouTube. All of that will be below my face, so there's that.
I'm Nick at Nick Gurney, Fancy Gurns Xbox, theGurns on Twitch.
Yeah, Xbox will be down there too.
It'll probably be down there too. I don't know.
It was there on the last episode. You have no faith.
You left some things out of the description.
I fixed it though.
I know.
Right. And on the last episode, you promised one hand clapping. So.
No, I didn't. I said I might do it on the next episode. Here.
Yeah, and I promised it. Oh, that just doesn't look right. We have to stop right now. Okay, everyone. That's been the cue. Oh, yes!
I don't know why you're so amazed by this.
It's just funny.
You just let your hand get limp and go like that. That's what she said.
Thanks.
Alright. See ya.
Thank you so much, everyone. See you next time.